What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, My Desire, and I'm back with another episode review of, you guessed it, Our Kind of People. Now, this is episode 9, y'all, and it's getting good. And the title is Twice as Hard, Twice as Good. Listen, this episode was full of people standing up for themselves, and I am all here for it, okay? Let's start with your girl, Leah. All right, first of all, listen, I'm loving Leah. Okay, this is not new, but I'm really actually falling in love with her character, and I like that she's standing up to Raymond's mom, Olivia, because Miss Olivia, damn, is she worse than Daddy Franklin? Because right now, I'm not really sure which of them is not a monster because they both looking like monsters right now, okay? And so Leah tells her to back off of Angie. She's sticking up for her sister. I really like this dynamic. Because it's what I wanted to see in the first damn place. You know what I mean? So Leah is telling her back up off of Angie, don't treat her like that, with the audacity that she's talking about how the Gracies have never invited somebody that wasn't of their class, right? Come to find out that she's standing right next to Eve. So this is not new to her. She's playing the game per usual. And Olivia, listen, you about to get your ass beat twice, okay? Because we just gonna go over to Raymond, who definitely went to clean up the mess that his mom made because she thought she was finna get them 2 shares of Darman after Jack done kicked the bucket, okay? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Raymond came in here and said, it's not your time yet. Okay. No, no, ma'am, it's not your time. So I'm happy to see them both standing up for each other, both really having each other's backs, and really just letting Olivia know, like, this is not the time or the place. You need to sit down somewhere. Okay. Sit down. All right. Now, let's talk about this whole Auntie Patrice coming back because she's been a whole mess since Tyreek came and asked her about, his dad or about Darius. And so she finally comes clean to Angie, telling her all of what happened and how Teddy has basically kind of been hanging that cloud over her head and even somewhat kind of threatening her to get her to leave and to get her to get Angie to leave. Now, of course, this comes after Angie then put out Nate, thinking that them damn drugs was his. Honey, he don't look like he doing cocaine, nor does he look like he wants to be involved with cocaine. But I get it. It's a foreign substance in your house where he's sleeping, and you thought it was his. It's not. I kind of thought it wasn't his anyway. What did y'all think? Because, I mean, it was just too on the nose for it to be his. He just got back. The brother is not trying to go back in. He's trying to get his life together. And she already asked him about prospects, and he said that it was coming from the inside, jobs that was going to land him back where he didn't want to be. So why would he even jeopardize it? Like, come on, sis. Think about that. All right. And so now Auntie Patrice is back spilling all the beans. And yes, of course, we believe her because Daddy Franklin has been vindictive, manipulative, narcissist since we met him on this show. However, okay, however, she knows she's got to play the game. At least I think she knows she got to play the game because Daddy Franklin is a monster. She got to be careful. She got to tread lightly. All right. But we happy to see Auntie Patrice coming here, being honest, vulnerable, and really talking about it, which brings up a little bit of the crack pandemic, or what epidemic was that was happening back then in the 80s. And so, um, interesting for her to actually bring that up and be honest about it. I'm interested to see where this goes. Does she go to, back to her AA meetings, or does she just go to rehab? Because I mean, me personally, I feel like she needs to go to rehab, but hey, what do I know, right? Of course, the teenage love, right? Nikki and Taylor and Lauren always getting into some shit. Let me tell y'all, every time I take notes, I always have something in here like Lauren nosy ass goes over to the bungalow. Why? Why? You go into the bungalow. And so basically, she's there. She takes Taylor with her and they find Jack's body. And now, well, It is what it is. She goes to her daddy because she is daddy's little girl. And ironically enough, he believes her. Well, he believes Leah about the whole not going to Jack's bungalow thing, and proceeds to clean up the mess, as I mentioned earlier. So, okay, teenage love, we know what this is. They always gonna be swapping spit. At this point, they should just kiss everybody that's at the beach, at the little bonfire party, because that's just what they do. That's what they do, right? So, shout out to Angie for being able to secure the bag, so to speak. She has now locked in one of the Gray City's very wealthy and, of course, ancestors to the foundation of what this whole thing has been about from the beginning, who liked her product, who liked her pitch, and now she will maybe get the funding that she needs to keep Eve's crown going. Now, of course, we don't come back until next year in 2022, but they have really set us up for a very interesting storyline with all of our characters, and I'm interested to see them growing. And I think that it's going to be something else. Um, I'm quite I think right now my favorite character is gonna be Leah. I see her growth, and I like that she's standing by her husband. I like that she's standing up for herself, and I like that she's also standing up for her sister. So this is gonna be very interesting, y'all. Very, very interesting. I'm excited. I can't wait to see y'all. We'll be back January 11th, and until then, check out all the reviews, leave your comments, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.